Where were we supposed to start? Where was it? Here we go. Okay. Today, one of my students requested that, so I decided to play that for her. Today we are doing one-step inequalities. Our learning goal is that students will be able to plot inequalities on a number line. Make sure to write everything down from this video, everything that is typed or written, and pause this video at any time that you need to slow things down or write things down. Okay, remember, draw the line down from your inequality. We are doing the exact same thing as we did with one-step equations. You draw your line down from the inequality, you find your variable, you see what's happening to your variable, and then you do the opposite operation to both sides of the line, okay? You read your inequality sign, and then you will graph your point based off of your sign, and we'll get more to that in just a bit. This is a good reminder of what our signs look like. I don't mean to draw these dots. That is wrong. Let's try that again. Okay, now the signs are correct, okay? There's no dots after the less than and greater than signs. So this one is less than. This one is greater than. This is less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. Okay, and do remember that I said we read these signs from left to right, just like we read in English. We read in English from left to right. Other countries and other languages read differently. We read from left to right. So we are reading these signs the same way. Notice if we are reading on the left side, this would be helpful if it was plugged up. Okay. Okay, so the left side of the sign is smaller than the right side. So when we are reading from left to right, we get to the less than side first. So this sign is less than. However, this one, we have the greater than side first. So when we are reading from left to right, if the bigger side is first, then that sign is greater than. This sign is less than or equal to. When there is one line underneath the less than sign, that means less than or equal to. And the alternative is greater than or equal to. So if we reach the bigger sign first and there's a line underneath it, is greater than or equal to. Pause this video if you need to write all of this down. I mean, you do need to write all of this down, but pause this video if you have not finished writing all of this down. Okay. So now we are going to start by what we were doing yesterday in class, and that was plotting what x is equal to. So I said that if you were plotting x is equal to 5, we first want to write 5 on our number line. We want to make sure that there are 5 numbers on our number line. You're going to create your own number line. There is not going to be a blanket number line already made for you. You are going to create one, okay? So we're going to put 5 down first, and I know that above 5 we have 6 and 7, and below 5 we have 4 and 3. Sorry, I don't know what's happening to the pen right now. Those do not look like numbers, do they? Okay, we can try that again. Okay, so we've got 4 and 7. There we go, that looks a little better. Okay, so when we are graphing x is equal to 5, we are going to put a dot on 5. We are coloring it all the way in because x is equal to 5. That is what it is equal to. So I am putting a whole dot on 5 because x is equal to 5. Good? Okay. Now, we have we have another variable, but same thing. J is less than 17. So we are going to plot 17. Okay, we're going to put the numbers that are higher than 17. We got 18 and 19, and lower than 17, we got 16 and 15. Okay, and then I'm going to circle 17 because we are talking about 17, but I am not coloring it in because we are not including 17. This says J is less than 17. It does not say J is equal to 17. So we're going to leave that as an open dot because we are not including 17. But we are including all of the numbers for J could be less than 17. So I want to shade in the direction of all of the numbers that are less than 17. So 15 is less than 17. 15.5 is less than 17. 16 is less than 17. 16.9 is less than 17. All of the numbers that are less than 17 could be options for J. Okay? So if J is less than 17, J could be any number that is smaller than 17. Any number. Fraction, decimal, whole number, any number that is less than 17 would be okay for J. So when we go to graph it, we want to shade all of those numbers in. Okay? And then we put this big arrow on the end showing us that we can keep this going. Okay? All of the numbers less than 17 will go past 15 and 14 and 13 and so on. Okay? And this is just it. This is how you graph it. Okay? So write that down and then move on with us. Okay, so now we've got B is greater than or equal to 3. So I'm going to write 3 down. Above 3 we got 4 and 5. Below 3 we got 2 and 1. We are going to circle 3 because we are talking about 3 here. This says greater than or equal to. Well, because this or equal to is here, that means I can include 3. Or equal to 3 means 3 can be an option for B. Okay? It says also that B is greater than or equal to 3. So greater than means I'm going to shade all of the numbers that are greater than 3. And again, I want to draw this big arrow on the end to let me know that I am not just done after 5. I want all of the numbers that are bigger than 3. Okay? All right, so now we are going to solve this inequality. We are doing this the same way that we would solve one-step equations. Draw your line down from the inequality. My variable is x. Right now, x is next to 8, which means x is being multiplied by 8. We want to do the opposite of that. So the opposite of multiplying by 8 is dividing by 8. So we want to divide both sides by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1, and 1 times x is x. We want to bring down our inequality sign, and 16 divided by 8 is 2. So x is greater than 2. So we're going to put 2 on our number line. We have 3 and 4, and below 2 we've got 1 and 0. We are going to circle 2, but we are not including 2 because this does not say x is equal to 2. It just says x is greater than 2. So we want to shade in the direction of all the numbers that are greater than 2. Okay, that's our answer. Okay, this says t plus 7 is less than or equal to 12. Draw your line down from the inequality sign. My variable is t. Right now t is being added to 7. We want to do the opposite of what it says to solve. So the opposite of adding 7 is subtracting 7 from both sides of the inequality sign. 7 minus 7, or this is a 0 pair you can call it, but 7 minus 7 is 0. Bring down our t. Bring down your less than or equal to sign, and then 12 minus 7 gives me 5. So t is less than or equal to 5. So I'm going to put 5 on my number line. We got 6 and 7 and 4 and 3. I'm going to circle 5 because we're talking about 5. I'm going to color 5 in because we are including 5. Okay, and then I am shading in the direction of less than. We want all the numbers that are less than 5. So I'm going to shade in that direction and draw a big arrow on the end. Okay, a couple more and we're done. Okay, we got our variable r, and right now r is being divided by 3. Remember, all fraction bars are division signs, okay? So r is being divided by 3. The opposite of dividing by 3 is multiplying by 3. So I want to multiply both sides by 3. This side is going to cancel, and I'm left with r is greater than or equal to 5 times 3, which is 15. So r is greater than or equal to 15. So I'm going to put 15 on my number line. We've got 16 and 17 to the right, and 14, and 13 to the left. We are going to circle 15, and I'm going to color it in because I am including 15 because it says or equal to. That line underneath it says I need to color in 15. Okay, and then we're going to shade in the direction of all numbers that are greater than 15, which is to the right. 16 is bigger than 15, and 17 is bigger than 15. Okay, and my last one. Draw my line down for my inequality sign. My variable is h. Right now, h is being subtracted from 9. I want to do the opposite of that and add 9 to both sides. We have a 0 pair here where the 9s are going to cancel, and we are left with we are left with h. Bring down my greater than sign, and then we've got 13 plus 9, which is 22. So h is greater than 22. So I'm going to put 22 in the middle of my number line. And then we've got 23 and 24. And below that we've got 21. Goodness. And 20. I need to go home and take a nap. Okay, sorry. And then we are going to circle 22. We are not coloring it in because it's not or equal to 22. H is not equal to 22. So we are going to leave it as an open dot, and then we are going to shade in the direction of all numbers that are greater than 22. And make sure to make a big arrow on the end, okay? All right, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow.